guys, Logan here, and welcome to my first review for a 2019 film. I have finally got a chance to do a review for a movie for a new release in the year 2019. I have finally got a chance to do so. So, for the first 2019 film that I will review today is a movie that came out more than a month ago, a little over a month ago, which is a dramedy called The Upside, starring Kevin Hart, Bryan Cranston, and Nicole Kidman. So Phillip is a wealthy man in a wheelchair who can't move his body at all and needs a caretaker to help him with his day-to-day routine in his New York penthouse. He decides to hire Dell, played by Kevin Hart, a struggling parolee who's trying to reconnect with his ex and his young son. Despite coming from two different worlds, an unlikely friendship starts to blossom. I gotta tell you, this movie is pretty nice. This is a very a charming, heartwarming, funny and dramatic film that was a pretty fun time to watch. That gave me a fun time to watch, just based on the type of film it was. I'm not so much accustomed to a film like this, basically because I feel like films that are both a drama and a comedy don't necessarily mix very well. But in this film's case, it does work, just based on the type of film it was, and even with a cliched storyline and a generic storytelling, it does pull off as a dramedy film. A mixture of drama and comedy. So let me say that Kevin Hart and Bryan Cranston did very well in this movie. Both of them made great performances, as well as Nicole Kidman. She was not very bad in this movie at all. She played a very good character that tries to help Bryan Cranston's character through all the, his everyday life that he struggles with, based on not being able to move his entire body except his neck and head. So, but I really gotta say, Kevin Hart and Bryan Cranston's chemistry that they shared in this film is one of the biggest praises that I will give The Upside for. The back and forth banter that they shared with each other, even though some of the moments that they shared were you could say were over the top and pretty absurd. There were a lot of other moments that they shared their back-to-back banter with each other where it was absolutely delight to see, and was absolutely hilarious. That was one of the crowning jewels of this movie for me, which is the banter between the two that they shared with. Kevin Hart coming out of prison, doing things that he wasn't proud of, and trying to reconnect with his son and his ex after his debacle, and looking at Bryan Cranston's character, whose body cannot move, who wanted someone else to take care of him, Kevin Hart, as well as Nicole Kidman, but mostly Kevin Hart. The movie fleshed out these characters very well. They gave them developments, particularly Kevin Hart. This film has a redemption side to his character that made me, and not necessarily condone what he did, what his character did previously that got him to jail, but what he was trying to do to get back to his family and who they really were before he got to jail. That's what really made me care for the characters, as well as for Bryan Cranston. I really feel bad for Bryan Cranston's character, and that's another one of the biggest praises that I will give The Upside for. Now, I wouldn't say this movie is overall great per se. There were moments, like I said, particularly with Kevin Hart, that made me go like, okay, this is over the top and ridiculous. I'm laughing, but I feel like I shouldn't be laughing at moments that just happen. And also, besides the obnoxious and over-the-top moments that were meant to be humorous, there were also some recycled jokes jokes that have been repeated over and over again. Not a lot of jokes like that, but just some jokes that have been recycled repeatedly. And I wasn't ticked off, but I was kind of a bit aggravated with that. But beyond that, everybody in this film did a very good job. Nicole Kidman, Kevin Hart, and Bryan Cranston, everybody else did their thing. And I did have a good time watching this film. This film does give me a good time watching it. Would I watch it again? Probably not. If you honestly don't like this movie, I can fully understand. I personally think this was just a good film. Very nice, glamorous, unharmful, charming film that just puts you in a good mood watching it. Not just on a dramatic standpoint, but on a comedy standpoint. And both were mixed in this film very well. And that's what I gotta give praise for this film for. I'm going to give The Upside a Silver Medal of Honor. So anyway, guys, that is my review for The Upside, starring Kevin Hart and Bryan Cranston, and also my first review for a 2019 film. I have a lot of 2019 movie reviews coming to you very shortly, so stay tuned for all of that, plus more, especially one update video, which I won't reveal until the weekend, so stay tuned for that as well. If you guys enjoyed my review, please click the like button, and if you have already saw this film, comment below and let me know what you think of it. If you enjoyed what you've seen here and you want to see future videos from me, please press up there to subscribe and turn on the notification bell, and I will see you guys in the next video. Have a great week, Battle Squad, and as always, fight the good fight.